find myself and find my roots. Nice. Oh, caught in a bad romance. Hey, we need to take it on the road. Take it down the road.
She was born in the outskirts of Seoul to an American GI and a young Korean woman. He was born in Alsace, France, land of pork and cabbage. She was put up for adoption at 3 and then lovingly raised in Virginia by her new family. He was 16 when he began his apprenticeship. She found her birth mother when she was 19. He came to America and became one of the world's greatest chefs. They fell in love and married over a decade ago. Now, Jean-Georges and Marja return to her birthplace to chronicle the tastes and traditions of Korea. These are the Kimchi Chronicles.
Korea is a largely mountainous country. Throughout history, any stretch of flat land was dedicated to growing the most valued of crops, rice. Rice is the bread and butter of the Korean table. It's not merely a staple, it's the staple. Rice is often simply steamed. It gets stir-fried with kimchi and becomes crispy at the bottom of hot stone pots. It's eaten in things and alongside everything. It's the anchor in the canvas of every Korean meal. The most noted places for rice are Icheon, just an hour southeast of Seoul, and Kimjae in the southwest of Korea, a long, long way from Busan. But that's where we started our rice adventure. Busan, Korea's second largest city and the world's 5th largest port, is at the southeastern corner of the peninsula. It's a booming, prosperous commercial city that's expanding rapidly. But Busan also boasts some of the best beaches in Korea. One sunny 75-degree December day, I met up with my friend, the wonderful actress Heather Graham. I was born in Ujeongbu, and I was born to my mother, who was single, 19. She had me, and my father was a serviceman. And then I was adopted to the States at 3, and grew up in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC. Went to college, and I just decided, at 19, ironically, same age as my mom giving me up, or having me, my mother having me, I decided I wanted to find myself and find my roots. And a few months later, after some research, I was able to find her in New York.
She must have been blown away, huh?
Yeah, she was. And it's funny because when I was growing up, I had memories of her, but it was only from like a 3-year-old's height perspective. So I remembered her physically there, but I could never remember her face. And then when I flew to New York to see her, there was just this wall of people, and I just saw her face, and I just knew it was her. Like, we just knew each other instantly.
She looks like you?
She does. So my mom whisked me to her house in New York, in Brooklyn.
Wow.
She proceeded to stuff my face with Korean food, because that's what Koreans do, if you haven't noticed already. And then she poured me a bath, and she came in and started scrubbing me, which was very odd because, I think in America after you're 6 or whatever, you take your own bath. But anyway, she was scrubbing me for 2 purposes. One, that's what Korean mothers do. And 2, she was looking for a birthmark on my leg.
To see if you're being...
To make sure it was me, yeah. And she saw it, and it just...
That's so interesting, huh?
So I spent 16 years of my life rediscovering my culture, and all my family's here on my mother's side, and I've just got this amazing...
Are you close with them?
Very. Yeah, it's like I miss them the first half of my life, but I get them the second half.
So amazing.
Which I think is even better and more special. Heather and I could have happily spent our day at the beach, but we had an appointment to keep. On the outskirts of Busan is the CJ Factory No. 2, where they mill and refine the rice. They told us to suit up and we followed suit. My go-to Korean food guru, Diana, showed us a drill and we fell in step. Looking like the Three Musketeers, or maybe the Three Stooges, we watched the 3 stages of rice milling, taking it from unprocessed brown rice to a husked yellow version, and then finally refined white rice. Koreans prefer a short-grained, slightly sticky rice, which happens to translate to a great instant rice. Rice fresh off the line is mighty good, but we were about to take a big step up in the rice world. At Kaegum Market, while groups of female vendors took their lunch breaks, we found our way to Saimdang Dak, known for making some of the freshest, most delicious dak in town. Dak means rice cakes made of ground, then pounded and steamed rice. Dak can be sweetened and served as dessert or stir-fried with kimchi for the most savory of dishes. To make dak, first Min Suk-yoon takes rice that's been soaked in salted water for 3 hours before being drained and then ground into a powder. Not a lot of water is added to dampen the powder. This loose dough gets packed into wooden molds and then is steamed for just 10 minutes. Wow, it's beautiful.
So this is the already steamed. Right, look at that. Can you smell it? Smell
This is what chefs do. So now it's going to get extruded through this machine, almost like pasta.
Right. And before, traditionally we had to pound it
Oh my God.
for a long time.
God.
You see how he's taking the...
I have never seen this before. This is so cool. Oh, he's going to put it back through again? Why does he do that?
because to make it very sticky and
okay, I got
add
it.
the tension. Wow. So there it comes.
오, 맛있겠네. It looks really good.
좀 드릴까?
네, 좀 주세요. 조금 잘라서 주세요.
맛있어요.
너무
네,
맛있어요.
너무
많이 없어요.
맛있어요.
Wow, and it's so warm.
It's good.
맛있어. It's like an addictive.
It's the first time I'm having it actually fresh off the...
I think kids would really like this, right?
I do. My daughter loves it.
It's fun.
We eat it especially on New Year's Day.
Right.
So you're not really aging a year if you haven't had this stuff, right? So
Say what?
Is it good luck for the year? Like if you eat this?
Good luck, and also it's a symbol of longevity. But here can show you the product that's already been cut.
Oh, the finished product. Okay.
She's the wife of the man who just showed us how to make the rice cakes. I love this cake because this is a very spongy cake. So when I was little, I used to love this cake. This is the kind of rice cake that we eat during Thanksgiving.
The one with honey and sesame.
이거는 속에 뭐가 들어가 있나요? 꿀 들어있고.
Well, you want to eat it when it's as fresh as possible. So which one are you going to do, ladies?
I'm going to try the green one.
I'm trying pink. Ooh, watch out. 맛있어.
It's kind of nutty inside.
We had 3 different, wow. That's good. You like it? I told you this is my favorite one.
I like how they're keeping it warm.
It keeps it soft.
맛있습니다. 감사합니다.
Isn't it good? Fresh stock is hard to beat, but we were about to take yet another step up in rice cookery. Dongnae Halme Pajeon is Busan's oldest and one of its most famous restaurants. It's always been run by women, and for the past 15 years, Jung-hee Kim has overseen the restaurant that her great-great-grandmother-in-law began. We were there for the dish that made the restaurant famous, Dongnae Pajeon. Pajeon are the popular Korean scallion and seafood pancakes. Dongnae Pajeon are made with a rice flour batter that results in a soft, almost creamy, but very yummy pancake.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Thanks for coming to her restaurant.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Very excited.
한 이 자리에서는 한 40년 정도 됐지만
She's 4th generation.
I love that.
70th year since they opened the restaurant.
I love how you can see her making the
Yeah, the open
yes.
kitchen. It's nice.
이제 파전은 이제 그 직접 만들어야 돼.
Actually, the scallion pancakes that we're going to eat, and which is a specialty of this restaurant, she said it always tastes best on a sort of a rainy day or a gloomy day because the sound of the falling rain, it's the same as the scallion pancakes cooking on the stove. So you can hear the sizzle. So when it rains, most Koreans think about eating scallion pancakes. Their scallion pancakes are very particularly special because they use very thick steel pan. The way they cook it is almost like playing the accordion. You know, they spread out the scallions and then they pull it all together and add a lot of different seafood to it. So it's very important that they cook it once they get the orders. 너무나 맛있어 보이네요.
네, 감사합니다.
Wow, that looks really pretty.
파전입니다.
So beautiful looking.
Inside the pajan, obviously the scallion, there's clams, there's shrimp. This soft part is a sweet rice powder mixed with regular rice, and then there's egg.
At the last minute.
So it's really soft here. They use a lot more sweet rice powder, so it makes it really soft.
So delicious and fresh.
The colors and
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Is pajan typically served with makgeolli?
Makgeolli was the kind of drink that a lot of the commoners usually drank or farmers drank after working in the fields. And pajan is very simple and fulfilling.
Right.
Take probably scallions from the field and add, whatever egg to it.
Peasant food, I always find, is the absolute best food in any country.
because it's simple. It's like
Simple.
I mean, that's what you want to eat, you know? All right, peasants.
Yeah.
Let's have a makgeolli toast.
감사합니다.
Diana, you get an A+ for your food tour. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다.
Rice. We're talking about rice today, which is one of your favorite things, right?
Yeah.
What are we making today?
Kimbap.
Yes. All right. So do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Kimbap, it kind of looks like what? It looks like sushi a little bit. So you can put whatever you want in it.
It's crispy, yeah?
Yeah, it's crispy. You get these sheets, and we're gonna put it on this little mat here. Chloe, why don't you take a little bit of rice and spread it?
This?
Yes, perfect. You can also use your fingers, honey.
Okay.
Put the fingers in the water and then you spread the rice. See?
There you go.
That's easier.
Okay, you're gonna use your hands?
That's good.
There you go. Hey, you could get a job making
Yeah,
sushi.
I know.
Kimbap is really popular with Korean children, and it's taken a lot on picnics because it's easy. You don't have to refrigerate it, and it's easy. You don't need any utensils, and you can put whatever you want in there. So, Chloe, go ahead,
What are
vas-y.
we gonna put in there? Oh, that's your favorite too, no?
This is pickled moo. There you go. It's crunchy and it adds a nice little
What is
something
this one
in
here?
there. That's kimchi, rinsed off for Chloe.
Oh, see.
She likes the sour taste of kimchi, but sometimes the heat
Is
can
it
be
a
a
little
bit
too
much.
spicy?
Yeah. You know what you're doing, girl. All right, show Daddy what to do.
What?
Go like
Good job. Squeeze and roll.
That's fun.
There you go. Perfecto. Daddy, can you cut that? Just
Absolutely.
make sure you wet the
Can you
knife.
cut it thin?
Yeah, small pieces, please.
Wow, that's good.
Does look good.
So a little bites like this.
That looks really
When you
good.
serve that with a sauce, or how you do this?
This isn't really served with sauce. But my favorite is, don't look at me funny, but it's
This one we're gonna eat like this.
spicy tuna fish with kimchi and cheese.
Spicy tuna fish.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really good. So you can do different variations. Here, babe, try.
What about this one here that you made? What you put in this one?
Oh, you can do leftover bulgogi. This is a little bit of carrot, spinach, takwang, egg, and cheese. Oh, the
Awesome.
cheese makes it happen. Right? How is the cheese?
I like the takwan, crunchy takwan. That's what you like too, huh?
That's lunch. Chloe made lunch. All right.
I like it with the cheese, huh?
See?
It's nice.
All right. So now that you've done your rice thing, Chloe, Daddy, and I are going to go do ours.
Yeah, just
Okay? So you're going to help me, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's move on down here. I'm going to put a little bit of sesame oil in the pan, probably about 2 tablespoons. Okay, I'm going to put some onion in there, diced onion. See, we're going to... Yeah, onion always smells good, especially with sesame oil. Smells good. This is the perfect dish to get rid of leftovers. Everybody has rice.
For fried rice, anyway, you use always old rice from the day before, no?
Yeah, exactly. It just cooks better. I'm gonna add some kimchi, very sour kimchi.
All of it?
Yeah, all of it. Okay, Chloe, can you go grab that kimchi juice for me in that bowl? And we saute it for a little bit. I like to just incorporate the flavors
Okay.
together.
There you go, Mom.
Thanks, sweetheart. I'm gonna add kimchi juice as well.
What you like with this?
Yeah, perfect.
Smells good.
Yeah, right? Okay, so I'm gonna add the day-old rice.
Oh, it looks like a giant mountain.
A mountain of rice, that's it. Oh my goodness. While I finish smushing the remainder of this rice up, you wanna go ahead and start yours, babe?
Fried rice is, you know, pretty much the same technique. People have different flavors, add different
Right.
flavors to it. So
Right.
I think you can put the ginger on the garlic.
Right now?
Yep. There we go. Everything.
Good job.
So minced ginger, garlic. I'm adding some scallion, onion.
And what kind of rice do you use for your...
This one I use jasmine, but
Okay.
you can use any rice.
Okay.
You really want the rice to be fluffy like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think you should have separated before. You know, just like
Thanks,
no,
babe.
just a little advice.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, we're adding the rice.
Nice. Can you see
What do you
what
like,
you're
Chloe? Okay.
Got
And a
the
little
salt.
Korean touch. We're gonna put a bit of a spice, a little heat.
Nice.
So I'm gonna plate my my rice.
And I'm gonna go ahead and plate my kimchi fried rice. I think I'm gonna need some
Oh,
help
let me
or
help
some
you out.
major muscle.
Let me help you out.
Okay.
So you wanna do a nice mount in the middle?
Yes.
There we go.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Always.
Okay, that looks really good.
This looks amazing.
Look at
So
my
we're gonna
plate.
just add the eggs to the
Delicioso.
top of the rice.
Mmm.
And here I have just a little bit of crumbs, which are fried garlic and ginger. And then the only thing, you're going to give me a little drizzle of over the top with sesame oil. Voilà, that's good. And a bit of soy sauce.
Beautiful. That looks so good. You love rice with soy sauce, huh?
There we go.
Chloe, so which one do you want to try first? Mommy's delicious one or Daddy's
Which one? Which one? Try both.
Of course, that's Mommy's girl.
All right.
I'll give you some with not too much kimchi. That spicy?
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
A little spicy. A little spicy.
Really hot? Sorry. Let's try Daddy's now.
Yes, you crack the yolk.
Oh, crack the yolk. No,
Don't worry.
crack it like a professional.
So the
there we go.
You know the eggs is really running into the
Yeah.
rice.
This is
You'll
hot.
survive.
Oh, try. So you're gonna try more food with on the TV.
I think so. We're gonna make ya.
Taste.
That's very good. Don't you like this one?
With the ginger.
Which one do you like better? Be honest.
Both.
Oh, you're so diplomatic. I love you.
All right.
The distance from Busan to Seoul is 450 kilometers. But on the KTX, the country's high-speed train that speeds along at a brisk 180 miles per hour, the trip takes just 2 hours and change. Even though Heather and I both said we weren't hungry, the best part about the train ride was the eating the doshirak box, a tray divided into separate compartments. The doshirak box offers a terrific, healthy variety of neatly packed food.
It's called doshirak.
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right?
You're very good. You can also get dried squid on here and peeled chestnuts, banana milk, which is one of my favorite things.
It's a lot of taste.
It is. We've got every food group on this tray. I feel like I'm actually eating a healthy meal as opposed to being on the train and ordering sandwiches,
Just like a hamburger.
hot dogs.
I'm starting to really enjoy kimchi.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear
Yeah.
that. And you know, there are like 200 different kinds of kimchi, and not all of them are spicy, which is nice. I think food always tastes better at 180 miles an hour, don't you?
Yes. The shortest way to travel is with a friend and food.
It's so true.
And kimchi. Yeah.
Seoul has thousands and thousands of places to eat, and just about all of them serve rice. Above all is bibimbap, the iconic Korean dish of rice with various toppings. Koreans and foreigners in the know adore bibimbap, and recently it's inspired a new restaurant chain that has given the classic dish a modern twist. Bibigo takes the customary components of bibimbap and combines them with the efficiency and convenience of fast food. I visited the Seoul location with Heather and Hee Young No, the woman behind the Bibigo concept, and Anthony Hunt, the American chef who created the recipes. It's a completely personalized, healthy version of fast food, and an absolutely delicious eating experience. With Bibigo locations already in Korea and Los Angeles, Heather and I began petitioning for one to open in New York. I'm so excited to be here. I've heard about Bibigo, but I've never been, and you don't have one in New York, unfortunately. I think it would do great there.
But it is coming soon.
Okay, good.
I want one by my house. I would
That would
eat
be
this
good.
all the time.
I know you
actually.
would.
Yeah, because this is like a healthy fast food.
What we're trying to do is adapt it more towards everybody's individual palate. That's why we're giving more sauces, more choices.
Right.
The regular rice, black rice, as you see here, barley. These are the bibimbap rice, which is more like a salad type of bibimbap. And then this is the actual bibimbap. Traditionally, you do the hot sauce, which is gochujang, to really give it a little bit of kick.
I want to make a really good, healthy fast food. People, they want to have a choice.
It's more healthy.
Yeah, and not everybody eats same.
Right.
So that's why I developed the sauces. We can pick all the vegetable.
Oh, the sauces are amazing.
I love sesame oil. Anything with sesame
Oh, yeah,
oil.
it's good for you.
And the crunchy bits of the rice as it gets kind of like cooked on the bottom of this bowl.
These bowls are so special, especially to this particular dolsa bibimbap. When you put the rice in this bowl, it gets a nice crust on the bottom, and it's a little bit sticky.
Yes.
I usually stick it on like a medium flame for about 10 minutes to let it heat, and then I turn it off. This retains heat for a long time. Things taste different when you make it in this pot.
We put in a little bit of sesame oil down at the bottom because it keeps it
The
the rice
sesame oil
sticking.
gives it the taste.
right, and it gives it that little bit of, and it also helps with that little bit of crunch. So yeah, and it helps flavor that, so it's really good.
And then you never ever wash this with soap.
Really? How do you
Ever.
wash it?
Well, my mom puts it back on the fire if there's anything stuck on it, and just boil water in there.
If you need to scrub it at all, take like wooden bamboo. Never like with a steel sponge or anything like that, because it literally absorb all of the flavors. So if you put soap in there, it absorbs it. When you heat it up, and you put some
tastes like soap.
soap. You just gotta get rid of it.
When you come to eat here, do you always get to sit with the winner of Korean American Idol? Because if that's the case, I'm coming.
I think a lot of girls would come too, right?
Absolutely. Now, you live in Korea, obviously, now.
Yeah.
Yes?
Right.
But born and raised in Chi-Town.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know it's a very common Korean dish, but is it something you still enjoy and want on a regular basis?
Oh, of course.
This is delicious. My husband would love this.
So is it easy to make bibimbap? Because it seems hard.
Oh, yeah, this is easy.
It's actually quite easy. And
You have to prep the vegetables first.
once that prep is done, everything is just like throw together, mix it up.
Where are you going next, chef?
Well, if I can convince her, and if we can find a place in New York, we'll head to New York as well.
You're coming to New York. I am starting a
Love it.
petition.
No, you find me the good side.
Next to my apartment. Is there any way we could get you to sing for us?
Yeah.
My favorite song karaoke is Bad Romance.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Why don't you sing a little bit and I'll
Okay, I'll
join
start, and you have to join in, otherwise I'll kill you.
We'll see.
I haven't had any soju yet. This is gonna be a disaster.
She's gonna do
Okay.
it. She's gonna do it without the soju.
Whoa, caught in a bad romance. Whoa, oh, caught in a bad romance. Hey, we need to take it on the road. Take it on the road. One final note. Heather and I met up with Taekwondo Grandmaster Shin Chul Kang and his equally talented daughter Yujin Kang in the Chosun Hotel's gym. Turns out, Heather has some martial arts chops and kept up with the high kicks and sharp punches. Me, I was much more of a real-life Lucille Ball, just trying to hold it together. I kicked as high as I could kick. I stretched as far as I could stretch. But thank goodness, laughing burns calories too.